Okay, let's go. So this topic is normal distribution. Yeah.
Wait, why is so far away?
First question. How to do? Hello.
GC.
GC. Very simple. This one.
You know, I asked my mom.
Okay. This is the mu. This is the sigma square.
Sigma
But in your GC, you need to key in. Yes. It should be square root 12 square. So you should key in square root 12. Always write it in square notation.
Yeah.
You write a few words.
Lower
Oh,
is
the airdrop. 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 Right away. Right away. It's like exactly where you
So
are.
part 1, part 2, and part 3 should be quite simple.
Oh. It's exactly where you are.
yeah.
Come.
It's just that keying it in the calculator takes
Yes.
time.
Remember, you must always give up to 5 SF first, then 3 SF.
Okay. 0.87589.
Hey, you.
So it's 0.876.
Should. Why am I watching? Oh, you're my own. What was this game?
Am I supposed to write it down?
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah, no, you don't write it down here. You write it down on your paper.
Oh, okay.
Never mind lah. Very lazy guy. Maybe we write the three verses. Oh my gosh. What could this picture be?
Yeah, done.
Done for the first 3 parts, yeah?
Oh, 3 parts.
Yeah, part 2 also, part 3 also.
Bigger than 80.
Oh shoot, we should probably go into the thing. Nanti lepas, let's say lepas lah.
If it's smaller than 80, smaller equals to 80.
I don't like driving that. Oh, that's another airdrop. It's quite obvious.
Done yet?
No,
Are you at part
I
3?
realized that no, I did something wrong. So I went to Google.
What? Shh. Aduh, ragu. Aku ni behind him. Should I shoot?
Okay, done.
Okay, so for part 4, they want the probability of x lesser than 80 or x greater or equals to 88.
Yeah.
How do we find this? They say by using
is
part A,
px
1 and
smaller
part
than 80 plus, or the part 3 and let's I use only the part A. Oh, wait, what? Using your answer in part 1. Oh, okay, so it's part 1 plus px more equals to 88. Ano lagi ko eh?
What is this called?
So probability of x lesser than 80 or x greater or equals to 88 is actually
Getting you.
probability of x lesser than 80
You kill.
Plus.
plus probability of x greater or equals to 88. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know this, right? Because this is from part A.
Yeah.
Okay. Then how do we find this?
Can we just use our, we can use our GC. So that one.
No, you cannot,
and
because you cannot do
you
that.
say part 3, right?
Yeah, because they say you have to use part 3. They say B, your answer in part 3.
Found them.
So how are we going to use the answer in part 3? So if you look here, 80 is somewhere here. 88 is somewhere here. Okay, so what we found is this is my answer for part 1. Okay, and this is my answer for part 3. So now what I want to find is the blue color portion, which is here. The probability that is greater than 88. So how do I find that?
80 to 80. We can divide by 2. Part 3 divided by 2 and 0.5 minus it.
Okay, Noha, what's the whole probability under the graph?
1.
1. So if we were to use 1 minus away this part, we will get this part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
1.
I can also, but I can also like part 3 divide by 2.
Sorry again?
5. Part 3 divide by 2.
Okay.
Then 0.5 minus the answer.
Also can. Very good. Very good. Because since you can say that, right, means that you understood that the mean, okay, this whole curve is symmetrical about the mean. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So this is one property of normal distribution. You can do that as well. There are many, many ways to do this.
Okay.
Coloring and writing. Oh. Rest.
Okay, done.
Is that the answer? You check.
So,
No, it's not. It's not. There's no overlap. There's no overlap.
Oh, inside this bag, right?
so I get 0.265. I think I get 0.258.
Do you use 5SF?
Yeah.
What is your answer for part 3?
0.7517.
7 what?
78.
What's the answer?
0. For part 3 or part 4?
Part 4.
Part 4 is 0.248.
248.
Yeah.
Actually, right, I don't understand why your school asks you guys to do this. Because you see, probability of x lesser than 80 is this part, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Probability of x greater than 88 is this part, right?
Yeah.
So
That's 1
is it,
minus part
yeah,
2.
exactly, 1 minus this, which is 1 minus this. Make sense?
Yeah. But I don't know where I went wrong.
The answer is what? 0.248, right? Yeah, then it's correct already, right? If you use 1 minus this.
Yeah, but it's like the method that they want me to use, right?
So the method they want you, the way you do it should not, the concept is correct. You should be getting the correct answer, but it's not the efficient method.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I got it.
Nice. Okay, next up. 84 to 88. This part. So just now you already answered this question actually. Because you know that it's symmetrical about the mean. Therefore, the probability will split into half, right? So 84 to 88 is basically half of the probability from 80 to 88. Make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this probability here is basically half of this probability.
Yeah.
Okay, can. Next. 82 to 88. How are we going to find it?
82 to 88.
Yeah. So where's 82?
Did they ask one?
82 is somewhere here.
Oh, just went over that.
82 is somewhere here. So what we want now is this part. Now what I want is this part. How to find it?
We can use the part 5 plus.
Okay, Noah.
Yeah.
Ignore this. Ignore all this. Ignore it.
Okay.
Because in A levels, right, they are not going to tell you this. In A levels, they are not going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Ignore this. So from 82 to 88, how are you going to find this area?
Can I just use my GC then?
Can, sure. But let's say now, you cannot use your GC. You cannot use your GC. How are you going to find it? Given that you already know the above, we don't look at all these things.
We part 2 minus the probability of more than 88. Hello?
Part 2 minus
The probability of more than 88.
perfect. Very good. Correct. Correct. That's exactly how you should do it. Don't get confined by all these instructions here, because during A levels they will not have these instructions over here.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Ken, you wrote it down on a paper already?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we look at part 7. Okay, we need to find A and B considering this. Probability of X lesser than A is equals to probability of X greater than B and is equals to 0.7. So when we want to do this, you want to draw the curve first. Oops. Let me use this. Okay, right in the center is 84. So when X is lesser than A, it is 0.7. When X is greater than B, it is also 0.7. Is 0.7 big? Is it a big probability?
Yeah.
How do we define a big probability?
It's past the 0.5.
Solid. Correct. Very good. As long as it's bigger than 0.5, we consider it as a large probability, okay? So since we know that X lesser than A is 0.7, is A on the right hand side, or is A on the right hand side, or is A on the left hand side?
Right?
Right hand side, right? Very good.
Yeah.
So we know that A will be somewhere here. Okay, then where is B? Is B on the left hand side or right hand side?
B.
Mm.
B is
When X is
on
greater
the
than B,
left-hand side.
left, right? So they are saying that this part here, when X is greater than B, this whole portion is 0.7.
Mm-hmm.
Then they are saying that this whole portion is 0.7. So how do we find A and B?
Inverse. Inverse.
Very good. Do that. So one way is that we can split it up. So over here you'll be like, okay, using
Why everything has
inverse norm.
B is 82. Oh, I must write that.
Yeah, you have to state this. Using inverse norm, then A equals to 1. Then after that, same thing for B. Probability of X greater than B is equal to 0.7. Then using inverse norm,
I'm taking my half.
The teacher said, right, that I shouldn't be using center.
what?
He said don't use the mode center.
Don't use the what?
You know the like left tail, right tail, then there's the center.
She said don't use.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's not use it. I mean, we don't have to use it.
Okay, done.
Okay, good. Then next.
Yeah, correct.
Find C if this. So same thing, always draw the curve. This is 84. This is 80. So we don't know where is C.
Yeah. It must be lesser than 84.
How do you know?
Because it's less than 0.5. No, man.
But how do you know?
Oh, okay, it doesn't work like that.
Yup.
So, do I like this GC?
No, separate it. Sorry.
So we don't know where is this C, right? Because C can be here. C can be here. We are not sure. In fact, C could have been 84 as well. We don't know. Right?
Go for B. I want to
Mm.
So, the best way to gauge is to find out what is this probability.
Which we have found out earlier.
Because by finding out this probability, we will be able to know how big this C is, right? This probability of C is in relation to the probability between 80 and 84.
0.37589.
Oh, is what? Is 0.37589.
Yeah.
So we know that, from 80 to 84, it is lesser than 0.4, which means C must be beyond 84. Yeah. So we know that this whole portion here, we know that this whole portion here is 0.4. And this whole portion here is 0.37589. So with that said, we know that this portion here,
0.02411.
yes, very good. So how does it value add to us? This is what, 0.02411.
411.
How does that value add to us? How does that value add to us to find this C?
Okay.
Okay, because the thing about inverse norm is that it cannot allow us to have two boundaries on the left and on the right. We cannot find that. What we want to have is like x greater than a or px lesser than a. Then we can use inverse norm. So our objective is to get to this state.
0.5 minus that.
Yes. Yes. I was hoping you say that. Because 0.5 minus this, what will we get?
More than C.
We will get this part. Yes, more than C. So probability of, oh, this is a bad color. Probability of x greater than C will be equals to 0.5 minus 0.02411. You got it? Okay. I honestly speaking, right, of the other topics, right, I don't think you got problem with statistics.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
No. You're like, it gets cut off.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
I don't know.
Yeah?
We will need.
Can you hear me?
Not clear though.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Whoa, get out! My paper. This is my homework.
Come get out.
Know?
Whoa, get up! Ah.
Come on. Get away.
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was saying that I don't think you have a problem with statistics if you are able to see the probabilities in this manner, which is very, very good. So from here you can use by inverse norm really, right?
Yeah. I get 84.2.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Is that
So you should get the answer.
Yeah, I got answer.
Yeah. Great. So next. It will be same thing. Always draw the graph. 84. So the one from D to 88. So 88 is somewhere here. So previously in part 5, you found out what is for 84 to 88, right? What is 84 to 88?
Yeah.
What's the probability from 84 to 88?
0.3758.
0 point?
3758.
5 SF, remember? What's the last number?
9.
9. Okay. So now you want to find from D to 88. They say D to 88 is 0.5, which means D must be
Smaller than 80.
correct. So D must be here. So it's the same concept again. you know that this whole portion here
It's 0.5.
is 0.5, correct?
So 0.5 minus 0.3. I get
So
probability of E to X. So bigger than E, smaller than 84.
yes. Okay, I think you should know what to do for part 9.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got it. I
Yeah.
erased it.
Okay,
Why should I
one last one. Then we call it a day already. Okay, last one. So find K if probability of X minus 84 is lesser than minus K, or X minus 84 is greater than K is equal to 0.3.
What is a dash mean?
It's not a dash, it's a minus.
Oh, it's minus. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to put things in a perspective, we can put X, we can bring 84 over, so 84 minus K, or X greater than 84 plus K is equals to 0.3.
And R means plus.
Yeah. So if you were to draw the graph, okay, let's draw the graph again.
I bring the things for you. I have to bring the big bag to bring all your files. Your files are all here.
Okay. So we have this part, 84. So 84 minus K, where is it?
So it's smaller than 84.
Yeah. Okay, right here we are assuming that K is positive. Right. The question should have mentioned whether is it positive or not. But we are assuming it that way.
Okay.
So here is 84 plus K. So this manipulation was very crucial to make X the subject of the inequality. Okay? Because with this manipulation, we can see things a bit clearer, because we can see that,
Geometry.
yes,
Equal.
correct. This one, X greater than 84 plus K, is this part.
So
Okay.
0.3 divided by 2.
Very good, correct. So when after you divide by 2, you will get
X greater than 84 plus K, or X smaller than 84 plus K.
yeah, choose one. Just choose one side. Because from this you are able to tell this. Right? So you can say that X lesser than 84 minus K, oops, is equals to 0.15. Right? Then from here, you are able to use inverse norm to find this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to C or A.
Yeah, I got an answer.
Very good. Okay.
Go to A. Go to A.
One thing I'm very glad to see is that your visualization of the normal distribution curve is very solid. And this one will really help us a lot, because normal distribution, right, constitutes a very huge part of statistics. Because the chapter after this is called sampling, and and the chapter after that is called hypothesis testing. All these, right, requires normal distribution. Yeah. So I hope you don't forget how you can perceive the graph.
Yes.
Can I? Okay. If not, I think we can just call it a day then. Just be in touch with me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Remember, follow the
Thank
plan,
you.
huh? Remember, follow the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.